Hi guys!
Hey everyone!
Welcome to Make 2 and a Sims 4 house tour. We got an invitation from SkaoiSim to visit her house on the gallery called Clair de Lune 2 because we asked her if she could possibly upload another version of the house which had none of the packs that we were missing. So she kindly went in and changed the house up just for us so that we could show it to you guys without missing items. You can download either version by going to SkaoiSim's profile on the gallery, as we've shown here. And actually, when I told you whose house we were doing, you were like, oh, I didn't know she played Sims 4.
Yeah.
And that is because we know SkaoiSim from her YouTube channel, where she posts lots of Sims free play houses, which are all brilliant and beautiful, and also her Instagram account and Facebook and all of that stuff. So yeah, now that she's branched out into Sims 4, I've been enjoying some of the pictures of her houses on Instagram, and she has now kindly invited us to tour it on the channel. This is beautiful, huh?
Yeah, so we have, I'm going to say like a French country cottage.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously not surprised given the name Clair de Lune.
Yeah.
But it's lovely. I love the lines of the roof. I love the little details up here on the roof line to the left. Just gives a little bit of difference. And those little, what are those windows called that are coming out of the roof?
Dormer windows.
Dormer windows. I was going to say jutty out bits, but dormer windows is far better.
Yeah.
And all the window boxes. Yeah, I love the lines.
There's
it's really nice.
Tons of attention to detail in this house, as we will see going forward. So this here is the entryway to the house. I think technically the house fits on like a 20 by 20 lot, but I've fitted it onto a 20 by 30 just because I could. And yeah, so this is the front entryway, and as you can see, the actual door is underneath this bit of overhang here. So you have an entry past this beautiful fountain and these lights and these creeping vines, and the front door is tucked in just there. And
so you have like a nice covered porch.
Yes,
before you get in the front door, which I think is really nice.
I'm trying to show there is also, yes, a chandelier hanging from the thing, and also another little plant there. And as you can see, there's just tons of beautiful landscaping all throughout. So as we go in to the front door, what we find first of all is a lovely formal living room here.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, this is a really lovely. I love how the French theme is carried on inside. This looks both old, a little bit like traditional, but in a very elegant way.
Yeah. Lots of colors that I really love to use in Sims 4. Like, I love the wallpaper. I've used this before, and I think just the furniture and everything just fits so well inside. And like I said, every kind of square and detail is given attention, and you've got these beautiful candles on the end tables, and the coffee table here is taken up with a sculpture. Like, just basically every little square has some thought put into it, and you'll see that continues throughout the house.
Yeah, in particular I love the pop of colour with the curtains. And I also like the TV above the fireplace, which is a very common thing nowadays, to not ruin the view of your beautiful living room and put the TV right up there.
Let me just quickly pop the wall out so you can see.
Wow.
Yeah. This is going to be seen throughout as well, these curtains hanging over the doorways, which I think makes, for privacy options, if you will, and also just ornate, decorative wall hangings which match and complement the ones on the windows. So there's another door back here, and that goes out to a little private garden here.
Very nice, with a place to sit and listen to the trickle of the fountain.
Yeah, and the fountain is actually part of a little channel of water which comes along the front of the house this way, which is lovely. And then going back into the house, we can walk into, let's say, the dining room, which is this way.
Yeah, let's go straight ahead.
Yeah, and just pop the window wall down. And, the sim that we moved in here has already been making a meal, so unfortunately that is
a microwave
spoiling
dinner, that's not appropriate for this place.
It's too nice of a dining table for her low-budget meal, but oh well. So this is the dining room, very lovely. We've got formal chairs in the corner here. And
I love that bay window.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Like, it's got this stained glass effect there.
And
hutches
also like
here
the
for
different curtains.
Different curtains, yeah.
Yeah, those curtains are different from the ones we've seen so far.
The color scheme in here, is a bit more cream, I guess, compared to the blue over there. Yeah. And another one of these beautiful end tables, console tables rather, which I had not seen in the game before. I don't know.
But they must be there.
Must be
Maybe
there because we can see it.
Like a normal table with a different colour and we hadn't clicked on that colour option. Sometimes different colours are actually pretty different patterns.
Yeah. It's also been a while since we've built anything in the game. I think the university tuckered us out.
Yeah,
so.
it's true.
Yeah. And this dining room has a door out onto another back area. And as you can see here, there's more kind of informal seating options. Like there's a cushioned bench.
And a tea set.
Yeah.
So maybe you'd sit out here drinking some tea and then you'd be cooled inside for dinner.
Well, there's also gardening implements because, as you can tell, the sim or whoever loves gardening.
I see that.
As you can see around the back here, there's also gardening options, painting.
Wow.
I love even like the little lights out in the garden are paid attention to. And that channel of water continues around the house, by the way, so you have this wishing well kind of thing here. Although, is that a wishing well? I don't know.
It's a well.
It's a well, yeah. And from the dining room as well, you can get into this hallway, which is also accessible from the living room. So if I pop the walls up again, you can see how that functions.
Oh, look at all those paintings on that wall.
Yeah.
Is that maybe all the family members and famous places they've lived over the years?
Yeah, maybe.
Going back centuries.
And they like music as well?
Yeah.
All right, so then through here we get the kitchen, and this is lovely. I kind of feel like this might be my favorite room of the house, I think.
Well,
I'm
not surprised because, kitchens are really hard and you struggle to make kitchens perfect. And I know it takes you a very, very long time to get them how you like and get everything fitting together. But in this kitchen, everything fits together perfectly. I don't know how long it took to build, but it looks really nice.
I mean, I just think, again, the little details are all there. Like, you've got the curtains over the windows. You've got, windows over some really important elements, like the oven here and over here in the counter space. So you have plenty of light in the kitchen. And you've got a counter that kind of juts out like this, which I think is really realistic. And, even a chair here, like a workspace. The appliances are a bit older, and that makes sense too, because again, the theme of the house is very kind of old world European, and you've got, again, the kind of candlestick chandelier hanging from the table there. Basically, it's just gorgeous, and I like that the flooring is different, like it's this stone, and you can kind of have the idea that the kitchen was one of the older parts of the house and hasn't been remodeled maybe as recently as the rest of the house. Or just, it's stone because back in the day, that's what they did with kitchens because of the fire hazard,
Exactly.
So through here, you get to a little pantry.
Well,
/ wine room. Yeah.
More of a wine cellar for all those barrels. I didn't know we had that thing with the wine cabinet, but
exactly.
We do.
Like, this is totally inspiring. Like, we're seeing all these things that we just, had completely missed. So, I mean, there's just so many decorating options in Sims, it's kind of hard to remember every single one that you can use. But, I mean, this was really cool. I like this a lot. And then, back here, tucked under the staircase, is a bathroom. And you get, obviously, a clawfoot tub like that, or, sort of Sims version of a clawfoot tub with the ring curtain around it. Old toilet and double vanity, and just a lovely little table with flowers.
Yeah. And again, those long draping curtains.
So we go upstairs, and that lets out into a sort of L-shaped hallway, like this.
Yeah.
If you went directly straight from the staircase, you get to a library of sorts. So you've got...
This is lovely.
Yeah. Big bookcases.
I love that ottoman between the bookcases.
Yeah. Just a lovely place that you can think of, taking a book down and just sitting on the ottoman. But then there's also tucked in here a desk to, do more modern kind of stuff.
Yeah, and again, you can think this might have been an old-fashioned writing desk, and over the years it's been used now as a computer desk.
But still, there's a quill and ink.
Has a sense of history to it.
Yeah. And I think now we can go along the hallway and maybe duck this way into the first bedroom of, I think, 3. And this, I think, is decked out maybe for a teenager. There's another computer there. There's a boxing thing here and guitar, sports equipment back here. Again, just every square kind of filled with something personal, you know.
Yeah,
so
exactly, with those posters.
Yeah.
But I think the furniture in this room is a little bit newer, maybe because, you know, it's a teenager and parents maybe don't trust a teenager not to ruin the old antiques in the house.
But also the furniture has its own color scheme, which doesn't necessarily match the rest of the house, and that makes sense because the teenager would want to have his or her own color scheme going on. So back out in the hallway, we see there's a gaming table and another chess table here, which is really nice. And then in here, I would say is the master bedroom.
I think so, yeah. It looks like a master bedroom. It's got the same colour scheme, that very nice light creams as we saw downstairs for the bed and the chairs.
And I just want to show off the closet
I love this design.
here. Yeah, this is really cool.
So it's all one big room.
Yep.
But you have this wall in a U shape. And behind that wall, you put the wardrobe, which also has more of these cabinets along the top, which may actually be kitchen cabinets, I think, from the same ones as downstairs.
Yes.
But they just work really well. Gives you extra space for storing your hats or your scarves or those kind of things.
And so you've got the dresser drawers option, and you also have hanging space. I think that's really lovely.
If you turn around, you can see there's 3 mirrors as well on the wall for seeing what you look like.
Indeed. So just ducking over, by the way, I just wanted to show that there is that option in the teenager's room as well, just a smaller scale. Now ducking down the hallway, we get to a room for, I would say, younger age children. Maybe 2 children get to share the room here. And the closet here is quite open and big, but if there are 2 children sharing the room, it makes sense that they should have to have a bigger closet space. Yeah. But I really like that, again, just these details are there with like a plant and books and even a stuffed toy. It's just really gorgeous. And the wall decorations as well.
I just really like the integration of different pieces of furniture, not all to be wardrobe, but just to be functional space for a kid. And I think that wardrobe, bookcase, desk area thing, that's what I dreamt of having when I was a kid.
Really?
That kind of thing. I always dreamt of having with a bed on top. You have a bunk bed with a bed on top, and underneath the bed there'd be a desk area.
A little man cave, kind of.
A kid cave.
Okay, so over here is the bathroom for the upstairs. And as you can see, again, kind of very similar to the one downstairs, but this one has a couple of robes hanging up on the wall, which again is great attention to detail. It kind of shows that maybe SkaoiSim had characters in mind when she built this house, and I think that's always kind of one of the coolest ways to build in Sims, is if you kind of have an idea of a family or people that you want to live there, it makes the building process so much more fun because, you know, you make a little story in your mind for who they are, and it makes the house seem much more personal and lived in and warm. So that is the house. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tour. Like we said, if you want to download it from the community gallery, then check the beginning of the video where we've got all of SkaoiSim's information, or the video description below. And if you are new to our channel, feel free to subscribe because we've got plenty more Sims 4 videos on the way.
Thanks for watching.